Hey guys, what's going on? Inception here, and welcome to another video. Ladies and gentlemen, today we're going to be talking about the gameplay again because when I make these videos, right, there's always going to be people that disagree with the things that I say. The one thing I'm going to tell you guys, okay, is that everything I say is for this game to be the best that it can possibly be, okay? I don't say things to benefit myself. I don't say stupid things like, oh, but I like the ball roll scoop. I don't say stupid things like I like this new skill move where it's like the L1 flick forward back stupid skill move. When I watched the Boris gameplay video before the game came out, I was like, this is a stupid skill move. I barely ever use it, if not ever use it, because I hate looking at stupid things, right? I will say though, okay, that with FIFA this year, this needs to be said. And before I say it, I do need to say, because this happens every single gameplay video where we conversate or have a conversation about these things, okay? Inconsistent gameplay is still a massive issue in FIFA. If you guys want a real example of it, go watch my highlights of some of the player reviews where I'm using Ronaldo's card and I'm using Edin Dzeko's card, and you will literally see the difference of speed and responsiveness in the gameplay. For those of you that have issues of, oh, my game feels fast, oh, my game feels slow, oh, my game feels this, that is just this game being the same thing for the last 10 plus years in regards to its inconsistency. I was playing at nighttime. If you guys watch the most recent Foot Champs highlights video, you can see it's just like a dark face cam. You can see how fast my players are moving, right? Even when I was using the rare gold Angel Correa card, that wasn't the Foot Champs one yet. I got it afterwards. That was a rare gold Correa card, and he was super fast, okay? The first thing I want to mention after that, because to be fair, every game is horrible because they never fix that issue. If they fix that issue, if I'm going to live in the world of if, capitalize if I had the best version of gameplay all the time in this year's FIFA game, I have to say this is one of the best FIFA games I've ever played, okay? It is. When I made that last gameplay video talking about, hey, if EA don't make this change for new gen, people will just go to the old gen version of the game. Do you know what they did after that? They did a live tuning update to the dribbling, and regardless of inconsistent gameplay, it completely changed this game and it played way better, okay? People were really against me talking about a one-to-one control and the dribbling feeling better, right? Because they want this realism. They want to act against the mechanics of the game. No, that live tuning update was super necessary because it made the game significantly better. Sometimes, no offense to you guys, right? Sometimes people, when they look at the gameplay stuff, they don't know what they're talking about. You will not know a single person in this entire community that will be on top of this inconsistent gameplay issue as much as me. When people say, "Oh, but even though you went to the studio 3 times, even though you've done multiple tests, you've done literally everything possible to see what causes it, you're still wrong about this." No, you will not find a single person. Not one who talks about it, not one who mentions it, okay? Our community, to be honest with you, I think our community is absolutely insane in the brain for not making it a bigger issue than it actually is. I think you're absolutely crazy. Some of you guys, okay? You know why I say this? Because, let me show you guys something. When you're a content creator, you never want to project the negative, okay? Never. You never want to project the negative. But this does influence how the game is and how the community is, which directly influences my experience playing this game, okay? So, there was a day where I was talking about the inconsistent gameplay through Twitter. You can see here, it was this one right here, right? So, it's the gameplay I'm experiencing right now is the worst it's ever been so far this year. That was for the Ronaldo review, which we were still winning games in, okay? It's always results with I can never make these tweets, because if I make these tweets, I'm going to come, there's going to be losers that come up with the tweets, okay? Every single time, okay? Inconsistent gameplay will always make FIFA a game, I can't do it on YouTube, no matter the core mechanics of the game. And it does, okay? And then you get this stuff where it's like, skillers and tiers that they actually have to play football. I guarantee you this kid doesn't follow me. Guarantee it. Okay. Inconsistent isn't true. This game has always been consistently good for rage, though. All this guy does is cry. Play the same game as well. Weird. Cool. Another one, I'm convinced these lots have problems mentally and just create problems in their own mind because they're playing rubbish. If you are one of these types of people, you're actually an idiot. Okay? I want you to know that you are an idiot. Okay? For you to not notice, or not see, not tell the difference between the differences of gameplay, you're an idiot. When you guys used to call me crazy back in FIFA 15 when I was the only person talking about it, you can't call me crazy nowadays because more people talk about it, more people notice it, okay? If you say these things, this is not a matter of opinion. You're an idiot. You're the type of person that protects FIFA to its absolute core when there are issues in the game, massive issues that influence how the game goes in general, okay? I want you to know, right? If you are one of these types of people, you're an idiot, okay? It's always a results thing with these types of people. It's always like, oh, but he still plays the game every single year. It's always the same things constantly, okay? And it doesn't make sense to me because you are literally going after the person who wants the game to be at its best. You are literally going after the person where if these rants were never made, there would still be garbage mechanics in this game. Right? It's always an influence between multiple people, right? You think we don't have direct lines to tell them, hey, finishing needs to be like this, hey, passing needs to be like this, dribbling. It's never for it's not improvement, just to make myself better. No, it's for the general experience to be good. How can you go after someone who is bringing up such a massive issue, right? And then you're saying, I'm pretty sure these guys have a mental issue in their brains. No, you have a mental issue. Because the fact that you cannot notice it, you're insane. You're insane, okay? You're insane. Listen, the core mechanics of FIFA gameplay this year, like I mentioned in the very first gameplay analysis video, okay? They did a lot of core mechanic stuff right in this year's game. There are problems. I'm not going to say there aren't problems, okay? For instance, I'm trying to do like first time commands, like a fake shot or something. Like I dribble the ball first and I do a fake shot and they pass the ball on instead, right? There's issues with manual tackling still needing to be better. It's been improved slightly, very slightly, but still needing to be better, right? The passing is some of the passes you guys want to be good, not good examples. Not good examples. You send it to me, they're not good examples. You want these types of passes that make no sense to work. No. But there are some examples you guys send me that do make sense. There's some where it's like very simple, I'm facing the guy, make a pass to him, doesn't work. Or the command for the actual pass, like how they have like the last second pass direction and it doesn't go into that last second pass direction, like stuff like that. You are 100% correct. I can see with my own eyes, okay, even when I'm playing the game myself. But when I talk about the core mechanics of FIFA, there's so many good things, okay? Core mechanics like attacking AI being better. It is better this year, okay? That 4-2-3-1 that I used from Boris Legend, man, the attacking plays that I can make, guys, I haven't been able to play like that in FIFA in so long, right? You would be able to play like that in previous FIFAs, but you had to do some dumb, stupid things to your tactics for it to work. Last year's game, the extra pass meta is still a thing this year, but it's one of the play styles. It's one of, not the only play style. You understand? Attacking AI being better is a plus. The biggest plus, physical type strikers actually sick this year. This is the first year, right, where I actually genuinely enjoy them. You know how last year near the end of the year we got like Moments Lewandowski and stuff? Those are pretty cool cards to get, but they wouldn't be pretty cool for this year's game. They would be amazing for this year's game. This is the first year that I can use someone like David Trezeguet, and Trezeguet is usable. Like I was playing with him and I was like, wow, this guy's actually sick. It doesn't feel like I can only use a rare gold Correa over a card that is 200k as an icon, because this Trezeguet actually performs like a beast in game. Sure, the passing is weird, the dribbling is weird, but he's actually solid. You can use Erling Haaland. Ronaldo got a downgrade, but this new accelerates feature, massive plus for this game. Massive, absolutely massive plus. But the biggest plus, right? For the comparison between this video and the last gameplay video is the thing that I mentioned to you guys is responsiveness and dribbling. And that in the live tuning update, it was adjusted in the game and it made the game significantly better. Okay? The gameplay is in a weird situation right now because a lot of the experience that people have, in my opinion, and I've told you guys this for many, many years, it comes down to the gameplay game modes not being well balanced, okay? It's just not well balanced because Division Rivals right now, guys, right? If I were to grind it normally on my road to glory, I would have probably been in Division 1 by now, right? But finding games is super hard to find for good connection games. I'm telling you this, guys, right now. I know that you guys play on 40, 50, 60 ping. I wouldn't play this game as well if it was 40, 50, 60 ping, because I've tried this game on 40, 50, 60. It's impossible, okay? So you guys are willing to play with bad gameplay and delay? You're crazy, okay? Good gameplay will compensate for delay being as it is, but you're going to have bad gameplay and delay? That's... You know what I'm saying? Like that's I don't know how you guys do it. I don't, because I can't, you know? Division Rivals is one of the best competitive game modes I've ever seen in a video game. It's just not in FIFA because they don't have a tournament mode, okay? I'm telling you guys this all the time. Dude, you know what? Do you know what this game has gotten to? It's gotten to this point, okay? Tell me how where I enjoy playing the matchmaking of foot champs more than I do for literally the rest of this game. I enjoy the matchmaking of foot. I play foot champs like I don't care about the results, and I actually have fun with it. I actually have fun with it. This is the first year where, regardless of me doing a review or not, because last year I would not have finished the last 5 games. This is the first year where I actually completed all of my foot champs games on the review account, so it's a little irrelevant, but they're helpful for links, I guess, you know, like the reds that I get and whatnot. But this is the first year where I actually did that because attacking AI has been improved. Shooting inside the 18-yard box is really nice, okay? Like I mentioned in the very first video, super, super nice, okay? The physical type strikers are actually sick. So whatever promo cards you release, most of these cards are more than usable. Before I had to be like, oh yeah, guys, like I really, oh Goran, like I hated Goran Pandev last year, but if Goran Pandev got that same card this year, he would actually be pretty decent, you know? Like some of these cards in the game that I haven't tried out yet, like Bailey, Hernandez, Robert Tone, the only reason why I haven't done this yet is because there's been so many distractions in real life. Some of you guys know one of it's distraction, but like, you know, life things, right? But obviously it kind of throws you off a little bit, whatnot, right? But some of these cards, man, like they're sick, you know? I really feel like I can make like 12 different teams this year and most of them will perform in their own ways, you know? In their own ways, doing different types of teams. If you guys are still doing one type of team, you're weird to me, man. I'm telling you, I cannot experience a video game, any video game for that matter, where I'm only using 1 character, 2 characters, 3 characters max. I have to use like more. There's no way you just have one meta team and like, oh, that's what I'm going to use. It's crazy to me. But anyways, the gameplay stuff, man. The gameplay, this is, and I always use the keyword if, because it has to be a variable that we consider every single time. Every FIFA game is horrible because of inconsistent gameplay. But if inconsistent gameplay did not exist, this FIFA is genuinely one of the best because, in my opinion, it is the first FIFA where I can genuinely enjoy physical type strikers instead of previous years where I would tell you, oh, if you enjoy physical type strikers, guys, I used to tell you guys this, if you enjoy physical type strikers, but let's be honest, they were not great to use, okay? because you would just go back to like the full meta cards because the full meta cards were just significantly better. This year, it's different. Bro, Edin Dzeko is a beast. Edin Dzeko, I'm sorry, I've never liked that card, man. He could have a rule breaker, summer heat, whatever. He could have had anything. Those FIFA years, he was never good. I never liked that card, man. But this year I did. Trezeguet, the same thing. I love the pace. I love that you guys cannot just do one pass all the time and be through on goal. You actually have to build up your play most of the times, because the guys that actually get through on goal is the lengthy players, and people get upset about needing to make their players lengthy. Guys, most of the strikers that exist in real life in most of the teams are somewhat or physical type strikers. Okay, let's look at Liverpool, Man City, Chelsea, Aubameyang, Holland, Nunez. You go to be fair, you go to a team like Newcastle that has Callum Wilson, who is, again, should probably be more, of that, like maybe like explosive player, right? Ben Yedder, people are like, explosive players, they don't do the runs as well. Who cares? Ben Yedder is still a monster. Ben Yedder is still a monster. Correa is still a monster. And they're both explosive. It's sick that authentic physical strikers is actually good. The dribbling live tuning update, it changed. It's like that last video. It's like it almost doesn't exist. The old gen versus new gen thing, it almost doesn't exist anymore, because the live tuning updates for the dribbling changed the whole game. Even though the game is inconsistent, even when the game is at its worst, it still doesn't feel as bad as it did before that live tuning update. That dribbling before the live tuning update was horrible. I don't even know how people were protecting it in that video. It was unplayable. But now it's good. I feel more relaxed this year. I still have to go after these idiots sometimes. I do. These specific guys I have to, because if these guys were in charge of the mechanics of this game, it would be FIFA 18 pre-patch all over again, bro. It would be FIFA 18 pre-patch where we would just have one patch because the community cannot handle certain mechanics, and they're like, we need to change everything and just ruin the game completely. This year, they're smart, because look at the patch notes that they did. They didn't drastically change the core mechanics of the game, right? They're just changing what feels like could be adjusted. Manual challenges, 100%. The commands, the first time commands of a fake shot not popping off, it does a pass instead, 100%. That's what they're fixing. But the core mechanics are not like FIFA 18, where it's like, the game is open attacking, good finishing. Now we're gonna make it super defensive, horrible finishing, only driven shots. It's very important to make these types of videos, because people just need to know what they need and what they don't need. It's like the outside foot shot. Okay, guys, listen to me. The outside foot shot, right? The outside foot shot is very overpowered, okay? But you have to look at it from different variables before saying one thing, okay? If you know the outside foot shot is very effective, you have to defend against it. Because here's the thing, right? And it's hard to say this. I can't. The problem with saying these types of things is that you can't fully say it, because sometimes the switching is still horrible, okay? I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Sometimes it's still really bad. But it's a variable that you have to consider. You know that they're really strong, and you have to block them, okay? That's a variable. Because park the bus is still a very prevalent thing. So if someone is parking the bus, that is a way for you to score against the park the bus, okay? There's certain things that I don't like, but I understand the accommodation for it. Like, this is the first year of FIFA where there are certain core mechanics of the game where they don't just focus on one thing for that core mechanic, they have focused on multiple things for that core mechanic. It's just unfortunate that you can't consistently experience it, because the inconsistent gameplay makes this game horrible. If we didn't have inconsistent gameplay, this would be one of the best FIFAs ever. If you add a tournament mode, because these gameplay game modes, EA, this is not a good balance in your game. I've told you for 5 years already. It's not a good balance in your game when you keep doing it, okay? I'm watching Nick try to find games in Division Rivals in Division 1. He can't find anybody. Oh, but Inception, it's the morning. Guys, go play literally any other game, Overwatch, Call of Duty, whatever. You're going to find games. You're not going to have trouble finding games. It's the only regular game mode you have to use your regular players in, not doing like a challenge to get an objective card or something. Okay? A tournament mode would fix that. Like the way that it was formatted for the World Cup, the 3 rounds, and then you go through the rounds, amazing. Dude, even if you gave me a tournament mode, even if you allowed me, EA, I have an idea for you. Even if you allowed me, you see Foot Champs, you see this right here, you see Foot Champs. Even if you allowed me to replay it over and over again, and hey, if you get 6 wins, we'll give you 1K coins or 2K coins or something. Even with the matchmaking that you had for Foot Champions in the tournament mode for the weekdays, even that would be fine. But dude, if I were to grind Division Rivals right now, I can't imagine the review account going to Division 2, going to Division 1. I can't imagine that because I would not be able to find games. It would frustrate me like crazy, right? This is the RTG account. I haven't played on it because honestly, I'm kind of over the RTG because it's not really like super important for my content. You guys know this, right? You know what happened the other day? I literally played a squad battles match trying to get like Manafa, and I fell asleep. So my PlayStation went to sleep after the first half, and I literally got the loss for squad battles. And I was like, honestly, it doesn't really matter because they don't display the record. It doesn't really. I love that they took that out too. That was a big thing I talked about back in the day too, and they actually removed it, and that was awesome. But yeah, other problems, guys, like, you know, the game is tied and you still don't get the win. You can literally get a penalty and someone still doesn't get the win for it. Is stupid. But you know why it's stupid? Because the game modes don't make sense. Okay, they don't make sense. You promote toxicity because their solution to someone doing like a disconnect glitch or this or that is to just not give them the win on a tie, you know? But yet we have hackers on the PC version of the game who could be 0-0, but the game still counts as a 1-0 win for them, right? Don't get me wrong, guys, there are multiple problems in FIFA. Every single year, there will always be multiple problems of the game, but it's always important to have the right core mechanics to make FIFA as good of a game as it could be, right? And my buddy, you know, he asked me today, he's like, yo, so how do you feel about the gameplay this year? And I told him straight up, I'm like, you know what? It's the most enjoyable after the live tuning update, because that was before, that was after that video was made for the gameplay thing, okay? It's the most enjoyable football game, or one of the most enjoyable football games that I have played. And if you guys, and I'm going to tell you this right now, if you guys have ever experienced the best version of gameplay, you wouldn't complain about the dribbling. You wouldn't. All the people that you watch that say the dribbling is horrible, if you guys played in the best version of the gameplay, you would not complain about the dribbling. I'm telling you this right now. You wouldn't. It would be perfectly fine. And it's very balanced, actually. It feels very authentic and stuff, too. You just don't get it all the time. If your gameplay feels horrible, like it did during that Ronaldo video, right, where I can't even dribble Bernardo Silva, who's supposed to be good at left stick dribbling, that's where it becomes a problem. That is what separates the community like crazy, is that inconsistent gameplay and people not knowing it's a thing, or just completely ignoring it like these idiots on Twitter. You know what I'm saying? You guys know me. I'm a no filter guy. I speak my mind. I don't care. This is how I am as a person, right? I have enjoyed the game way more this year. I was super into the Trezeguet review. I was like, you know what? If I were to pack this Trezeguet card, I wouldn't mind. He's actually pretty dope, you know? And this is the first year where that's ever been a thing. So I got to give props to EA, man. They did a lot of... It has to be a new gameplay team, honestly. Like I highly doubt it's the same... I'm not even gonna go there. I highly doubt it's the same guys of when I went there 3 times. I doubt it. It's gotta be like at least 50-50, where 50 left and then 50 new ones came in. You know, like percent. Has to be. Because these guys were, I'm sorry to say, incompetent to the maximum capability. It was multiple years of never fixing the core issues of the game and taking other things into consideration like this year has. That's why in the first video I told you guys, this game has the core mechanics, but that dribbling is horrible, okay? It's horrible. And then they fixed it. So, that's one of those types of videos. Guys, listen, thank you guys so much for watching the video. I appreciate it. Like I said, I'm a no filter guy. If you guys ever want me to talk about anything specifically when it comes to FIFA stuff, let me know, and we'll talk about it. Okay, guys, thanks for hanging out. Thanks for watching. The videos this year have been an absolute blast to make so far. I'm sorry that I haven't done more reviews. It's because too many distractions of things that are out of my control sometimes, you know. Not an excuse. This is a dead serious thing, because you guys know I'll do 10 videos a day if I can, you know. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I'll catch you guys for next one. Peace out, dudes. Love you guys.